Such is this life. Burn team family. Real talk.
Yes.
So people, very interesting topic today, tonight, this morning, whenever you're looking at this.
Hi Z.
And this is basic unconventional raw nutrition. And Z, if you're looking for these dry fit, real talk jerseys, there it is, female. Feel free to inbox us and get your own. And the topic for today, tonight, this morning, whenever you're looking at this live, the topic is
Extra Marital Affairs.
Oh. Yes, people, so if you're looking at this on YouTube, remember to subscribe. And if you are looking at this on Facebook, like the page, share the page. Yes. Yes. And I hope to see you in the morning. You know, tomorrow is our morning aerobics. So, everyone is invited. Well, it's not more than 5, so keep it with the time.
Yeah.
Yes. So, Extra Marital Affairs is the name of the game, the name of the topic. And it would be for marital, common law, because we have a lot of that, you know,
Yes, we
and
do.
serious relationships.
Yes.
Extramarital affairs will be delving into the why, the reasons, the pitfalls. So we're going to do 7 reasons, burn team, why.
Good night, Vanessa.
You know, we have this extramarital affair scenario going on, and we would like to hear the views of our team members about what you think. So in the comment section,
Yes.
place what you guys think would cause male or female to go outside of the relationship. What would cause extramarital affairs as we move in forward.
Quickly. You didn't say what extramarital affairs is.
Yes.
But I believe
well, I'm
everybody know
asking-
what, yes.
Yeah, I'm asking. You know, in the comment section, comment and say what extramarital affairs means to you. And we will give you guys the definition of what extramarital affairs is. Chika J will give us the definition. So, Chicks, what is the definition of extramarital affairs? Yeah.
Alright, so extramarital affairs is when someone who is married has a sexual relationship with someone other than their partner.
So that's extramarital affairs.
Extramarital. So we are talking about persons who are married and they have sex with someone who they are not married to. That is having an extramarital affair.
Cool vibes. So for them and those who are entering the live, big up yourself. If you're looking at this on YouTube, remember to subscribe. And if you're looking at this on Facebook, share the page. Just click share right there.
Yes.
Right? So extramarital affairs is the name of the game this evening. And we are asking our members in the comment section to give us your version of what extramarital affairs is. Z, give me a version of what extramarital affairs is. Z to you, right? We will go into the whys, you know.
Yes.
We will touch the why. Chika, why? Give me one reason why you think.
Right? We don't know.
Yeah, well, as people type in, I am not going to be waiting, you know.
Alright.
Okay.
Alright.
Yeah.
So one reason why persons may engage in an extramarital affair is when they get married very early in life. So let us say some persons get married like 18, 19, very early 20s. And they may have married too early and they are now, they want to experience a little bit more in life, so they may step out to experience something new while married.
Blessed night, morning, evening, and whenever you're looking at this live, to all who are on the live. Yes, Miss Richardson is on the live. Big up yourself. And to the new people who are coming on, place in the comment section what extramarital affairs is to you. Yes. So, Chika highlighted age, right? And you're really now finding yourself. Coming into your 20s, you're now finding yourself, learning about yourself, learning your likes, your dislikes, your shortcomings. It's a very tricky time.
Yes, it is.
In that age bracket, it's tricky. The live, Mr. Adams, I hope you're listening. Right? So around that age bracket, you tend to now be getting into learning about yourself. Well, how were you when you were 21? 22.
When I was 21 and 22, I was studying social work.
Yeah, so again, you're now finding yourself, so I think that would be one of the valid reasons.
Yeah, and then some persons, they get married, early for many different reasons, and they never, they didn't do much dating. So some persons may say, it's good to date, right? And some persons never had that experience. So when they didn't have that experience and they get married early, some people end up feeling like they miss out, that part of life.
So all the young men on the live,
yes,
part of my basketball team, blessed night. And I hope you guys listening, because the theme for today is extramarital affairs, and Chika J highlighted age being a factor. Because sometimes when you're a certain age, you still need time to figure out what you really want in yourself, much less for what you really want in somebody else, much less what you really want with somebody else together in a lifetime. So it's still good to figure out yourself. Right?
Alright. So Vanessa is saying extramarital affair to her is cheating on the person you are married to. And we know that, when persons say cheating, they mean horn. Yeah. And when they get horn, most of it, it is sexual in nature.
Right, so again, if you're not coming on the live, Kenton, Akido, big up yourself. Right? Blessed night. To what and all, we see the comments there, So again, what is extramarital affairs to you? How do you view it? And you could place in the comment section one of your reasons why you would think someone would go outside the relationship in the comments section. Yes. Chika, what is another?
Alright. So, another reason why persons may have an extramarital affair is when they get bored. They want some sort of excitement.
Oh, yes, interesting.
Yes, so, alright, let's go to the message board. Z, I will say it's a helping hand, because some isn't doing their work right.
Big up Z. Z has known me for many millennia. Z changed, which is our honest statement.
Yes.
And we respect everyone's view on the live.
Yes.
So one of the reasons is the person not performing. And when we say performance, comment in the comment section what exactly you're speaking about in that performance aspect. So if you're now joining the live,
we are speaking about extramarital affairs.
And if you're looking at this on YouTube,
subscribe and hit the notification bell.
For all who missed the last 6 lives.
Yes.
Right?
26.
Yeah, Bobby born in that.
Yes.
Right? So, again, Z brought up a point that they're not handling the business.
And that would be sexually, right?
Some persons put it in the comment section.
What she talking about?
Yes.
The helping hand.
What helping hand you're speaking about? Helping hand can be money. Helping hand can be...
remember, when we say extramarital affair, it means that the person is having a sexual relationship with the person who they are not married to.
So feel free to put it in the comments.
Right.
Yes?
It has nothing to do with money. Has nothing to do with love.
I like that part.
It has nothing to do with anything else but sex.
Moving forward. Chika, what's another reason? You're straight out reasons here. I would give you some of mine at some point.
Good?
Well, boredom for me would be nail on the head. You know? Boredom for me would be the nail on the head. So I could understand boredom because people who are outgoing and always trying to do something new and, you know, and the partner kind of laid back. Nothing wrong with being laid back, but you find that that would be a contributing factor. Message board.
Alright, so we have Diana saying some family does make people do a lot of things when it comes to marriage. Marriage maybe get boring and dead. Alright, so alright, I have to come back in.
Big up Andy on the live. Big up my boy Andy. Andy, make sure and stay on the live.
You're saying you hit the nail on the head. It's sexual for me.
Right, so
yes.
Andy, big up yourself. Right, and make sure and stay on the live because perspective is everything. So the ladies jump off.
Yes.
So if you're now coming to the live,
oh my gosh, you all have to go to the comment section for the joke.
So if you're now coming to the live, this is Extra Marital Affairs.
Yes.
And we want you all to comment in the comment section what you think extramarital affairs is to you, right? And what would be one of the reasons why if in your relationship you think you'll be going outside of the relationship if certain things isn't right? What would be the cause of someone stepping out? We touched on boredom,
yes,
and we touched on
early marriage.
Early marriage. So the first one was getting married at a young age.
Yes.
Where it have some people who marry young and they still right? So it have one or two.
Yes.
Yeah?
Good night, cuz.
Big up Mrs. McCalman on the live as well. And the topic is extramarital affairs.
Yes. Right, so we said for some persons it's getting married at an early age. The other one is boredom. Yeah. Alright, so another reason why some persons may have an extramarital affair is if they and their partner's priority are not the same. Yes. Right, so they start losing one person, you know, they might be about improving themselves, getting things done, and the next person, as Lion mentioned, might be laid back and they may just be stagnant and they don't want to go anywhere. So the priorities are completely different. No leveling ground at all. So
place in the comment section area what would be a reason for an extramarital affair in your mind so we could get perspective. So the other one was priorities, which is important. If someone is very stable, if someone has goals that they need to achieve, if someone sets out, has order in their life, and somebody comes in and very lazy and laid back and cares about nothing and is neither here nor there, you find that quickly they will be moved to the side, especially if the person is calculative, especially if the person is ambitious, especially if the person has worked hard. Any person who has worked hard, whether for that dollar, for their dreams, their goals, their aspirations, and then they meet somebody who ain't really moving with them to that degree, they gotta move quickly to the side. It might even be an extramarital affair, it just might even get through.
Yeah, but we talk about extramarital, so priorities may change.
The roof will start, that is the leaking roof to me, in the home. You would start to see all that would be the root of a lot of underlying problems after. Because the person will be driven. I want to do this, I want to do that. I head in here, I want this done. And the other person could be like lagging. And it will not be equal. Yeah?
Alright. Yes, so Vanessa is agreeing, boredom on point with that, also the two, not moving in the same direction.
Yeah, true.
Yeah.
So moving along.
So another reason is where persons may become emotionally disconnected. They don't feel the connection anymore.
After you're married.
After they are married.
You understand why taking your time, letting the right age come upon you, because you're changing so much when you're young. When you're young, you're changing. When you're a certain age, 1 minute you believe in this, the next minute you believe in that. 1 minute you believe in have a God, and the next minute you believe have a God, and 1 minute you believe that you're red, when the next minute you're dark. Your mind still, your mind still shifting. You're not settled in you know how you would like to be. Yeah.
All right. So Andy is saying, as for me, we are not on the same page.
To me, you're constantly changing, huh, Chika? Even if you have a good mindset, you have a good goal.
Yeah.
Being on the same page is one thing, but if the person on a different page, but they have the same drive, they have ambition, you don't have to be on the identical page, but you know, you have the same drive.
You have the same drive.
I might like multimedia and this, and you might like something else.
Exactly.
Right? But we have a drive for something. Yeah?
Yes.
Hey.
Good night.
Miss Shampoo.
Yes. Welcome.
So if you're now joining in live, it's Extra Marital Affairs. Type in the comment section what would be your reason for Extra Marital Affairs, and what does Extra Marital Affairs mean to you? Yes. So we touched on age.
Yes.
Married, you know, getting married at an early age. We touched on boredom.
Yes.
Like number 2. We touched on priorities. It's number 3.
And number 4 is where you become emotionally disconnected. You know, some people say, I fall out of love, or whatever that means.
Love
right?
you, I'm leaving, so
right.
even
so
touch that fall out of love.
Yeah, know what I'm saying? Some people use that as their way of saying that they are emotionally disconnected. Alright? Love is more than an emotion, people. Remember when we spoke about love earlier?
Go back to the on the YouTube page. We talk about love. So all who missed that part, go back to
Hi Kyla.
So we're talking about emotional unattachment. Kind of.
Yeah. So where this emotional disconnect.
To me, different times of people's relationships, they go through different storms. So with me, there is no perfect flow. Right? You may be with someone who have a good drive, good ambition, and something in them is lacking. Whereas with myself, I might have a drive for something else and something else is lacking. So I think trying to put it in a test tube. So it's what you could handle.
Yes.
Right? It's what you could live with. Right? Because the person is not gonna be exactly on your page all the time. The person is not gonna. Some people say I plug in, I have too much energy. Where it is, I don't know why, but you say that. Right? But
hype all the time.
Right? And it is very hard for me to have somebody exactly like me on that level. People get tired and weary, and I still keep going and asking why is it that, you know, so they would have to have a middle ground.
Yeah.
When coming to priorities. If the person have no priorities, I don't know how you're married in the first place. If you get to the point of marriage and that, no. Right?
And they may have had the same priorities maybe at the time they got married, and then, as I said, changes, people, sometimes they are constantly changing, and then their priorities may change.
Yeah, because in a relationship, if you have a child, then your priorities would be for the child as well.
Yes.
So whereas if you didn't have a child, you might have enough time to switch your gears.
Yeah.
And some of us say our children are the first priority. So if we had to spend $1, the dollar going by the child first before it even go by us. So, message board.
So we have Vanessa saying sing and harmony, and Andy saying love becoming one. Therefore you must be on the same page.
Right? Syncing and harmony is a nice context. But if we notice now technologically, when you're trying to sync a device, you're trying to sync your fitness band to your phone, or you're trying to sync your Bluetooth speaker, syncing needs time to connect.
Yes.
Right? So when you want to sync, sometimes the device you connect, sometimes you're trying to put in the speaker cut off. It ain't syncing. And then you have to take time, reset it, turn it on, turn it off, and that is what would be lacking. So I wouldn't see extra marital affairs could come because you're not syncing. I think that people don't want to work
things out.
Take enough time to sync.
Yeah. And then when you have the emotional disconnect, what do you do when you have an emotional disconnect?
So you see, the emotion with women are very, fellas, it's not one fella, two fellas. Emotion is very broad with you people.
Yeah.
Venus. We from Mars or they're from Venus. Right? What would be to me? If I'm married.
Yes.
If the sex gets bored, there are problems. And I think that is male on a whole. Women would say all these nice things like syncing and time and let's talk and all these nice fruity things. Fellas, so because hey, I be real, right? Because this is what I was telling my friend the other day. Because my friend is not on the live to talk about the business, right? So they are part of a triangle where you're with a married guy, right? Part of that scene. The reason for you being in that situation is because you bring a certain level of excitement. But the guy will not leave his wife. And 9 out of 10 times, fellas don't really leave the wives.
No, they don't.
They don't. It's something being met outside, and then they stay with the wife. They don't leave the wife. It's not like it. So when you all might say emotional disconnect, no, it man. Right? It's maybe something sexual or something in that genre all the time because it's extramarital affairs.
Yeah. So for some, in the case of ladies, it may be emotional. It doesn't go, it's not cut and dry.
No, well, you already said it
black,
was a certain that thing too, right?
Black and white, but for some,
guys,
when the extramarital affair it's sex, they happen.
Yeah, and that is why it's extramarital affairs. So it may start off as the lady being a listening ear.
Yeah.
Right? It may start off as the lady assisting.
Yes.
In different ways. The man might be hungry, she brings something to eat. And then it led to more. Right? So, for all who on the live, this is Extramarital Affairs. Feel free to share what is Extramarital Affairs to you.
Yes.
Share the page, share the live. If you're looking at this on YouTube, subscribe.
Yes.
And all who desire this real talk,
inbox us.
Yes. Big up Nika Charles on the live.
Yes.
Yeah?
Alright. Message board. I'm sorry for you, big brother. You are a day vampire. That's why you always on the go.
I work hard at it.
Yes, he That is same.
I work hard at it.
Vampire. You know, that's in somebody.
Vampire?
That's what you say. The same vampire doesn't be in his sun now, so it's head inside, but he just be out.
So you're trying to tell me?
It's something else.
Big up Kenton, big up Kenton going crazy and that life.
Kenton, if you want, you will drop a link to your YouTube channel in the comment section. Kenton, I already subscribed to your channel and your videos are very much interesting. Kenton, you know, he shows, you know, Caribbean culture, so
yes.
you could check him out.
Nicely. So people, feel free to post in your comment section. Extra Marital Affairs, what it means to you. This is Burn Team, and we're touching on Extra Marital Affairs. Comment in the section what Extra Marital Affairs is to you, and comment what would be the reason why you would have an Extra Marital Affair, for us to gain some perspective, so that I can, you know, tighten up my belt in case I want to jump a broom and get in there in that thing. You know, never know. You never know. The day only here and get married. Right? So what is another?
Alright, so you were mentioning I can't remember what it was, but the other point will be if you don't have anything in common.
How are you married?
Right? I don't know. Some persons, they may start off as having things in common. They may start off as having maybe even some of the same priorities.
Right.
But then with changes, they may take a different road. They may go in a different direction. So they don't have anything in common. Nothing.
Sometimes I take a little line, but you know, Friday, Saturday, Sunday right now, hey, it's scratching.
Yeah, so some persons, sometimes the only thing that they have in common is actually the school that they went to. So, you know, some people, they say, no, I'm a high school, you know, that's my high school sweetheart. They get married at an early age. Or they attended the same church. Or their parents are in the same club.
Yes, that's
they
the
belong
same
to the same
roll with the same circles.
Neighborhood. It doesn't mean that they had common interests, but they happen to be in the same circles. School. So some girls, they might be with a footballer, basketballer, you know, some type of athlete, but they're not taking part in no sports, you know. They just happen to go to the same school. The girl might be looking good. The fella glad he have a nice thing on his hand, and that's it.
Be looking nice.
And they have nothing. They just come on, same school, and that's it. And they get married at an early age. And then when they realize, but we don't do anything together. So even if it means doing one thing together, right? It's good. Sometimes just one thing. Yeah? So
being devil's advocate, as I have always been in this world, since I came into this world, I've always been the devil's advocate. So ladies, tell me something. Why would you put yourself with somebody who is married? I'm not speaking about a fella with a girlfriend. I'm talking about, you know, why would women, Chika, why would women, you know, put themselves with a married man?
Just now.
To start.
So we go into the message board, and it's saying, the reason I will go outside is if I get bored and she holds back on sex. Andy?
Okay. Andy, pick up yourself. That's your right.
Alright. So Vanessa is saying, so if woman is versus and men are Mars, Venus, where is the middle ground? It can't always be sex.
Good vibe. Good vibe, V. In connecting, we talk about connectivity. Men are wired. You see, that is it. We wired a certain way. And always know who labor among you. If you have one co-worker who you're close to, you must know that co-worker, because if you were to tell them your business and they are accustomed talking people business, your business will be out there.
Yeah, exactly.
So that is the reality. Yeah. Men are wired a particular way. Socially, when a boy is running around in the yard playing and he fall and he bruises his knee and he begins to cry, automatically every person in that house will tell that boy, do not cry.
Yeah.
Men will not allow to show feeling and emotion and express it. It is hard now for men to get in touch with the feelings. When guys start to get in touch with the feelings, automatically we just get stereotype, right? It's awful.
Yeah. Weak all kind of
yeah, right? Women do that too. The significant others do that. So if the common ground is sex with that particular your husband, then you have to use that. It makes no sense trying to create a common ground when it already have one.
Yeah.
You have to know the person you're dealing with. If it is, let's say the woman likes to walk in the park, that's how she calms herself, or read a book. Buy a book for her.
and she will appreciate that.
No, I do.
No, but the thing about it is she will realize, okay, you know that I love reading books, and that will show that, okay, I care about you. I may not read with you, I may not sit down and listen to what it is you're reading, but
I will have an auto book. But right? But that's the way she,
Yeah.
But if it is you're trying to connect with the males are wired like this. It would be nice for all the males to just get feelings and be in touch with everything, and we could share our feelings. We don't. We can't, and we will not. Right? So if that is the middle ground to patch up your differences, where's the big thing? Patch it up, no sir? If you know that is the way to fix it.
You have to just do what it takes to fix it.
And then walk in the park. So think about it like this, you meet him on his knee and then, hey, let me go for a little walk after now. And then in the walk, which is her calm, she might say, well, this is what. And then you might even within the walk.
You might talk to, you might
share because you're done release, you're done calm, you're back to square one. Yeah? So if you're now coming on the live, this is Burn Team, share this, just share the live. And if you're looking at this on YouTube,
subscribe.
And the topic of the evening, morning, night, and day is
Extra Marital Affairs. So Lyle, you asked me just now.
In the comment section.
Yes.
Right.
Right. So we have Nika. After 2 years without sex, broken-hearted, and someone stole my fiancé from me, I said, F it. Let me see how that goes. So I played that game. Do I feel bad? Nah. We just talk and so by so. Okay. So, in this scenario, I will say that Nika, you did it just to hurt somebody else. Right? And so that would be a reason why persons may even have relationships with somebody who is married, sexual relationships with, either a man or a woman, because both men and women, it doesn't matter. Both men and women have extramarital affairs.
Yeah.
You could either be the married person or you could be the outside.
And it's,
right?
It's good that you share that account, because that account has been going on right now in Trinidad as well.
Yeah.
But anger, you see, when you said somebody stole that particular person, he left willingly. Nobody didn't advise a man, I can tell you. He left willingly. Nobody put a gun to his head, which is sad, right? But anger, keeping anger, that type of force. Anger leads to hate. Hate leads to pain. And pain leads to suffering. So at some point in time, you gotta get off that train before that train carries you somewhere you don't want to go. And if you're feeling to have a word with anybody, we have our resident social worker present, and we have a WhatsApp button on our page where privately, if you all need to talk about underlying issues, feel free. Yes? Moving along. So what next?
Alright, so Nika said, no, I didn't do it to hurt nobody because you find out. Okay, so maybe ask, what is the reason for doing it?
It could be excitement. It could be
thrill.
thrill.
Wait till she have to say.
It could be vibration. It
So
could
what
be
is the reason
the actions,
for...
real, you know.
Yeah. So what is the reason for being a part of an extramarital affair?
And while waiting, moving on,
Mm-hmm.
there's another reason that people may have.
So with the early marriage, boredom,
right?
Which Andy would like to know, what will you do if you get bored?
All right, interesting. So Andy want to know what I go do. All you want me to talk beside like. Is that spice it up? Yeah. So Andy, one, you would have to have a serious conversation with your partner because it's not you
No. That's not what he's asking. He's asking
what I would do.
Big brother, what will you do if you get bored?
I have to talk first.
Oh.
I can't.
I thought he was diving into the question, the answer.
No. Alright, Nika, right. So, I mean, getting bored, I personally, that it would be if I want to stay there. I would have to ask myself that question. If I want to be in a relationship, then the craziness will come out because then if I'm bored, I need to excite myself. So, I don't want to express what I might do. If you want, we could talk separately. But I would make things so crazy that I had no choice. Because if I want to stay there, I would find ways to improve. And that is my point. My point is, if you're with someone or you want to fix a situation, where there's a will, there's always a way. Right? Once you have a will to do something, there's a way. Just you ain't find it yet. But if you want to go, that's your way out. And if you want to leave, get out.
Alright. So to the message board, Nika is saying hurt people. Yes, we got that. Right? That hurt people really do hurt people.
True.
But when it hurt, if it is you are hurt and you're hurting others, I mean, when it is your hurt, right? Why go out then, we understand that it have things that can happen in life and you'll be very hurt by it, and then you're going to hurt others. Hence my reason for saying, what I said earlier in terms of going on to hurt someone else. Right? And she's saying that this relationship is actually 3 years excitement.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, if you're not, you wouldn't be there if it's not exciting. You wouldn't be in something if it is not exciting. But where to the message board?
Alright, to the message board, and he's saying it's not that the person stole your girlfriend or boyfriend, it's because you left room for it. And as Lion said earlier, nobody could steal anybody from you. And some people even believe that they steal. Some, she had taken care of the man, they can't get him now. People have that saying, vice versa. He ain't taking care of the world, and they will say, steal.
If you have a good looking friend, whether it be a girlfriend, husband, or wife, people are going to always try. Right? If they're good looking, they're ambitious, they have they're stable. That is attractiveness. You can't stop people from seeing that in your significant other. Right? But keeping the lines of communication open would may assist you in seeing alright, like a little board. It have women who could know your features, if your eye twist. Look, when women study man, I tell you could just turn your face a certain way. What happened? Because they take the time to study you. And you would know when that man bored. Once you say, women, not men, we're too sharp. We're too sharp in that area, fellas. Them girls and them how we. Right? But women especially very astute when coming to noticing behavioral patterns. You will from your head out certain way. So you like what I say just now. You ain't say nothing. She watching your behavior and your mannerisms. So women, if you're paying attention to the man, you would know when he started kind of get boorish
Yeah.
Men, we just know a clue. She just go, and after she gone and she pack she clothes, we just know remember the girl gone. Call my partner, boy, she called, boy. We just know until the last minute.
Yeah. So, message board. Alright. So Nika, nah, I was never so. I laugh and total and normal. But I'll leave it so. And Andy is agreeing with you. More than 100%.
Yeah, you know what I mean? It will be based upon what you decide to do. Yes. So if you're looking at this on Facebook,
like and share.
If you're looking at it on YouTube,
subscribe and hit the notification bell.
Make sure. Yeah. Yes. Chika will put the link for the YouTube channel all who ain't subscribers. Yes. Right? So again, this is
Real Talk Live, and we are discussing Extra Marital Affairs.
Interestingly enough. Right? So Chika.
Yes.
What is another vibe? Another vibe. What? We covered a laundry list.
So one more to go because we did getting married at an early age.
Right. Recap.
Boredom.
Plenty people.
No common interests.
That is real.
Yes. Yeah. Emotional disconnect. Something else. Priorities.
Yes.
And we also said, how about the next one?
I think we went to Nika. Right? So again, people, in the comment section, feel free to place your view on how would you know if he or she is having an extramarital affair. What are the signs? Place in the comment sections. What is the signs, ladies? Because all these are all the signs. Or let us get real clean. Fellas, be real off. Right? Some of these signs you would lead you to believe. It might be concrete, but would give you, what is some of these signs? Ladies, what are some of these signs?
Alright, so I think one sign is that you'll recognize. So let us say, oh gosh, Andy is saying you guys still in the bedroom.
Well, boy.
Oh gosh.
Well, boy, you are stated. I tell you, that is we whole thing right here.
Yeah, so that if it says you don't want anything, you just...
But when I'm about to tell you, you're the bud, please. When I'm about to tell you, it's that time of the month.
What time of the month is that?
Some of the signs, people, you would notice that...
Vice versa, this goes for male and man, and this goes for woman. So men, what are the signs you may notice? Because it have men that do notice changes, eh?
You see when women start to get a headache every time you watch it.
When a woman starts to get a headache. Yes.
Yeah. You ever see women invent headache? You know, I have a headache whole day today. But I mean, the sign is be there, but fellas don't really pick up on it. So if you're now joining the live, we might be a little kicksy this evening, this morning, or wherever you're watching this live. But it is about extramarital affairs. And if it is extramarital affair relationship, make sure to place it in the comment. If it is you're thinking about having an extramarital affair,
why?
Place it in the comment and why. And most importantly, what does an extramarital affair mean to you? Chika waited. So, Chika, what would be
Right, so Andy said the man gets stayed in the bedroom.
Yeah.
Right?
Ladies, anytime the man start to tell you, it's that time of the month. He's trying to make excuse. Why it is he don't want to do anything. He tired, he meditated, he taking a spiritual journey. Problems.
John is saying, pay done. That is what time of the month it is.
Yes.
Right? So John, yes, I didn't miss your message before. He's a bit distracted. He got some kind, news. He got some kind of strange news. And I guess it's not so good news.
And as we enter into the message board deeply.
Yes. It's saying don't cook, sex, trust, on and on.
So is it the man don't cook or the woman don't cook?
Well, I guess it's if the woman don't cook.
So fellas, what are hearing? If you
the woman stop cooking.
You beat all the pot shining and the third dog and the stove clean.
That is the day.
Problems in the home.
Yeah.
Exercise board.
John is saying it's all about the excitement, adrenaline rush.
Well, yeah.
And that's another reason why some person may have an extramarital affair. They are looking for excitement.
Well, a lot of people said excitement, huh?
Yes. Alright, so Nika is saying, so even if the man gets stale, but Nika turn on a man?
Now, ladies, gentlemen, boys and girls, the whole vibration, as I always look to the universal principle, to clarify things that bring me confusion, I always play some sort of universal principle. The vibration of that sexual energy starts before you even reach to that final place, which is the bedroom. And what happens is, when you all are not vibrating on that frequency, to force yourself to that place there now, it doesn't sync, it doesn't mesh, it doesn't feel the way it's supposed to, because you have not yet synced sexually. I always say a lady starts to have sex with a man before she enters the bedroom, long before. All the talking and the texting and the flirting and the pictures and it starts. That is the sexual energy creating there.
Yes.
And it leads to an end result. Remember that the origin of the sexual vibration is to bring life. That's why the pull is so strong, because it is the energy of creation. The reality of this real talk is to have everybody's perspective.
Yes.
Right? And we try to demonize sex. When you hear sex, you have to sit on a corner. We have to talk about it in a kind of way. Right? Everybody has their own view.
Yeah.
But the purpose and the origin of man and woman coming together is to bring forth life. And that is what you call the creating force. I would go as far as to say that is the God force. Because people say only God could create life. But it's man and woman coming together. Life don't spring from zero. We don't walk and see a baby on the ground crying. Right? Men and women come together, must. We don't just walk down the road and see a baby appear from nothing. So that energy is what draws people together. And that energy could be perverted. Message board as well.
Message board. Andy was agreeing with John with the excitement and adrenaline rush. And then we have Annie saying, when we as men get turned off, we stay off until.
Correct. Men are thought to not have any feelings because of how we were grown.
Yeah,
we were socially programmed that type of way. So it's easy to say we don't have any feelings, we don't care about you. These are the things that women say when in anger. But men have feelings. And more deeply than women. When a man hurting, he is real hurt. You just don't see it. Right? When a man turn off, he really off. You could come in, what? The best lingerie. You carry him on top of a mountain. All kind of breeze blowing.
Take a walk.
Take a walk. What you have to do is reconnect. You see that sinking that Vanessa talked about? If you don't reconnect first, everything else is affected. Everything. And again, it goes right back. So if you want that relationship, because there are marriages that have extramarital affairs and they don't break up.
True.
And I have plenty partners, let me stay quiet, who have extramarital affairs, let me stay quiet, and they're not leaving their wife.
They're not. So ladies,
they're not leaving the wife. They're not leaving the wife.
Right?
They're not leaving the wife.
Don't let no man tell you, I'm going to leave my wife for you, know. Do not. Let no man tell you that. If the man tell you that and he think that.
Contrary to popular belief with men, being a man, I could share this. Contrary to popular belief, when a man get married to her, and he does be quaking, the man is the man because he has everything to lose, right? He don't break that contract. Even if he step out, he not going and go through all that sort of scenario to destroy that contract just like that.
Yeah.
Right? Message board.
Alright. So Vanessa is asking, why is that? Why they don't show it? And I guess she's talking about the feelings.
Message boards too.
Right.
Collect everybody.
I mean, okay, so I really missed some stuff.
Yes.
All
Back to the message
so
board.
Andy was agreeing with you. John is saying, I come like a virgin, yes? I need to research this texting. Andy, again, he is agreeing with you. John is saying facts with feelings. And then he went on to say, oh God, don't say no more. Yes? And now the thing about it is, based on what I say, to have women who will quicker divorce their husbands to go with another man. But men, they're not going through that to go with an ex-woman.
And that is interesting. That we get all the licks, man is this, man is that, man don't do this, man. We just get a lot of licks. But most of the time in the divorce, women divorce their husband for another man.
Yeah.
Moving forward. The man don't really move to the next, he don't do that. The woman just go quickly to the next man. Yeah.
Right?
Message board.
And he's saying, don't say that, that's a big lie. We're not leaving our wife for nothing at all. Yes, Andy, that's what we were saying. Men don't leave their wives. They don't.
Men don't leave their wives. When a man married and he has an extra marital affair, he's not going anywhere from his wife. He's not.
He's not.
Send them to this live and say lie and tell her that is reality, that's the truth.
Ladies, don't get tied up, don't let no man lie and tell you, yeah girl, I love you, My wife is doing it right, girl. I don't worry. I just waiting for it, and they give a whole lot of excuses, and then the woman, they take their promises and they stay. That's why people, encourage people. If it is you're having an extramarital affair with a married man, it's just really for the sex, and Z said earlier on, lending a helping hand. So it's not too serious. It's just giving a hand where the wife may not be, able to meet the need then or the wants of that man in that scenario. Right? So, message board. John is saying because the man stands to lose, marriages come like insurance for a woman.
Sure,
and
right
Z is saying
John.
that's why I said it's a helping hand.
Yeah, John, boy,
Yeah?
seriously, it's insurance, man. Me taking out insurance just.
Right? So, I mean, we know in society that men really get as I say, the shitty end of the stick, right? When it comes to divorce, right? The women, they benefit.
That's correct.
Right? They benefit.
Off of my sweat.
Right? And we need to be fair. So when people want to talk about equality and equity, and sometimes the system, it isn't fair. And that is reality. The system isn't fair.
You're talking about equality. And they go with all the bad things, like if you work for that. Come equal in the bank account. We understand some bank accounts on the table, fellas. When the girls come in, work with what are your statement and see if the bank account could match.
We have, and he's saying, you know how much money that costs us, man, just to say I do, much less to say it's over, and that's very true. So when you go back to the lives, we talk about the marriage. People focus on the wedding and not the marriage. So they spend a whole lot of money. It's dress, it's the shoes, it's the makeup, it's the everything, it's the reception, it's the limo, it's the whole lot of things that don't matter after. You just do it for a face, it's just for a show. And then what happens after extramarital affair? Because the priorities, when they realize, oh, you all don't have some of the same priorities, one person is more interested in the looks and showing face, and the next person is ambitious and wants to get somewhere genuinely, not for show. It's how people always, everything is a show, right?
You want
and
to invest
approve.
money, the other person want to spend money.
Exactly.
And
Right?
we have some
So,
people from outside of Trinidad
that is
Tobago.
rundown.
Oh, he look like he outside there. Big
So,
up.
our young people.
Indeed, say.
Yes.
So the topic is extramarital affairs. If you are looking at this on YouTube, remember to subscribe.
Yes.
If you are looking at it on Facebook, share this live.
Because you're saying, well, Lion, the amount of money and the amount of sweating you have to do, you look like money itself.
Z, don't be busting no fight out there at this junction here. You understand? But in reality, that is what it is.
Yeah, so ladies, what gets happen now?
I mean,
And
if a woman wants, let me say a woman really, if you can't even have a normal relationship properly, how can you have a marriage? You can't even, I can't stand you for 3 months. Let me take talk about this.
yes.
Every month I had to tell you we done. How you could want more than that when you can't even last a month in my thought?
Yeah.
And I'm not saying that in any bad way, because I sure it have women that might say, oh, every week I have to tell this man, look presentable.
Yeah.
Every day I have to tell him, go and bathe. You know what I mean? You're not even ready for something normal. Something like a marriage is a huge
Yes.
thing. It's not, I want to get married. It's not as simple as that.
No, it isn't.
And if you have children, Z, I know that if you have kids involved, your priority would be the children and who you are allowing around your child, what kind of influences.
Yes. John said, I cannot, in caps, get home if I stay single. Not so?
But if you just say good along the way you're talking, fellas who say they say go all the time. I was on the hunt at some point. Yeah? I don't just say good, John. Right?
John is saying, no, I lie. My right hand could get home with my left hand.
But life's important. Now you can talk the truth. Right? And again, people, extramarital affairs, if you have been married, divorced, in a serious relationship, it would apply, because if you're making that step, it's a leap, a step. It's like a quantum leap, right? This is the thing you might face, and then your view or your marriage might be weighing. And if you get boring now, then I could get a divorce. If I get, you see, look at all the things we just called out in the live. This is happening in every relationship. One out of these things is happening in every relationship.
Yeah.
One out of the two. So again, communication.
Yes.
Right? So if you have one takeaway from this life, you have to communicate a little more. We talk about desires, we talk about love, we talk about all these things. We talk about honor. This is a different level.
Yes.
But if you're not communicating and being honest with yourself, some of us cannot be in a one-on-one relationship. As sad as it is, some of us, you might try, alright, I'm going to try. I'm going to try this thing. There are different mindsets in this world. And not everybody cut out for a particular thing. Not everybody cut out for this type of relationship. Not everybody cut out for that type. Not everybody cut out for marriage. And not everybody.
Yeah.
I know some people dealing 15 years and as soon as they get married, they divorce. Live in common law, good, you know. Same house, children, no man. As soon as they go in church, they divorce. Everybody is not cut out for a certain type of style of living. And you have to find out what that style is so that you don't end up in that type of situation.
So, and he's saying yes, communication is the key.
So people, this was Extra Marital Affairs.
Extra Marital Affairs.
Right? And we thank you all for participating in this interesting live. The next live is what?
Lion, you tell the people.
All here we go and talk about racialism. And we just pause. We just pause if I may.
Racism.
Racism.
We might get a little touch on the colorism, you know.
Racism is our next topic
Yes.
tomorrow.
Yes.
At what time?
We will let you all know.
This racism might be a 2-part, 3-part series because it will be very entertaining and I will be devil's advocate as I've always been. So the next topic for Bertin Live is racism.
Yes. And we know that it is a prevalent issue in today's society, right? And we need to address it. So we roughly addressed a lot of relationship issues that may have arisen, and we would have touched on what is love. We would have touched on, are you ready for marriage?
Yep.
We would have touched on cheating and flirting.
Yes.
All right, and we would have dealt with transgender. So we would have dealt with, you know, sexual desires, all these things that are part of that type of relationship where people, you know, decide to maybe enter into marriage and all of that. So, you know, we cover a lot of things, and last not but least, extra marital affairs, right? And we know that sometimes it do lead to divorces in some cases, and as Lion say, you don't own nobody. In the last life, he said you don't own nobody, nobody is not your own, right? Don't say that person belong. Some people say that is mine, right? And if it is somebody who wants to leave, they leave.
They leave.
Right?
Yeah, that's what it is.
And he agrees saying, people, nobody can steal. Well, he didn't say that. He said that you leave room then. Right? But in truth and in fact, nobody could steal someone from you. It's only if the person, as they say, wants to be stolen, then. And the men, they're not going to leave the wives, ladies. Don't get tired up. They're not leaving the wife for nothing. Whatever the reason may be, they are not leaving. If they leave, they really want to leave. But 99.9% of the time, the men stay with their wives.
So touch the message board before things get overheated.
So, John, I ain't cut out to be studying what Miss Lady doing all day. All are good. Andy is for racism, the topic on racism. And John is saying, Father, I don't want no licks. Bring fire, water. Alright? So
the next topic is racism. And we shall be delving into the origins. We are going to deal with the word. And you know I like to break down words. And you might hear something you might like to hear about that term, racist. We can deal with that. So it's your boy Lion.
And it killed Chika J.
Well, there we go.